I'm Mike from Summit. This is my friend Jordan. We're here today. We're going to install the Summit 770-800 frame brace kits for 68-72 Chevelles. We'll show you basically how to fit the side rails, box the frame, and then add the frame brace in. Same installation basically goes for the 770-830 as well. So we're going to get diving in here, show you the different steps, so follow along here.
So Mike is tack welding the frame brace kit in here, the boxing portion of it, and then we're going to go over to the other side and show you more in detail what we're doing.
There's a 53-inch center to center distance on this center body mount. Right now it's about 53 7/16. So we're going to pull that in. Ideally, if you were doing this in a professional shop, you would set this on a frame table or something like that. Make sure the frame is level and square in all directions. We've got instructions, factory frame dimensions in our instructions as well. Amazingly, this is very level on this lift right now. So one step you'll have to do before boxing the frame is cut this center brace out. You want to clean out all your edges and your welds up so that it welds. A little better? Yep. So most of these frames over the years have been jacked on or wrecked or whatever, and they're pinched down. We take a large crescent wrench or a pipe wrench or something and spread them back out to normal size. When you get your kit, you'll get the frame box kit. That's like the factory dimension. Try to get it as close as possible so that you get a nice weld. And you might have to do some fitting because these cars were not precision built. They were kind of thrown together on an assembly line. Actually, that looks really good.
Yeah, this one fits a little bit better.
Oops.
Hold on for a second.
I think we need to push the bottom down a little bit. It's got a pretty big lip on the bottom there. You got about an 1/8 inch on there.
The back feels decent.
Needs to go forward a little bit. I need to trim that corner.
There we go.
Yeah, pulling together nice.
Yeah. Let's tack it first.
Let's tack the ends.
So we're checking center to center on these two center body mounts. Should be, are you going to the center or the end?
I'm in the center.
Okay.
Let's go to the center.
Let's go to the center. All right, so about 53 3/8. So we need to pull it in 3/8 of an inch.
Okay.
We're gonna use
let's try that ratchet strap. See what that does there.
All right, let's see what it does. It's definitely moving. About 53 1/4, so we need to go more. All right, hold on, slow down.
Too far?
Make sure you're in the middle.
I'm really close.
Yeah, we're right at 53 right there.
Okay.
So that's good.
Let's put a few more tacks in these things. We've got our frame box pieces tacked into place. If you have a convertible, you don't need to put these in. You just need to trim the edges of the frame brace. Or we also sell the frame brace box pieces separately if you don't want to go through the whole frame brace kit. And then we've got these cross member brackets that have the same holes as the factory frame does on the bottom that you could weld into place on each side, and then you can put whatever cross member you like, or you can position it however you want. Welding it flush with the bottom of the cross member, or the bottom of the frame, puts it basically in the same place as your factory cross member would, and then you use a convertible transmission cross member and you're done. So that's a good way to stiffen up a car without going if you don't want to do the whole Pro Touring type frame brace kit. So, okay guys, we're gonna hold this passenger side brace in, start clamping it. We may have to do some fitting, so just follow along and watch. Basically, this box is the rear subframe mount, and you kind of line the front up with the hole on the bottom here. It's amazingly close.
Maybe use a dead blow.
I think, yeah, we need that needs to go.
Let me get the dead blow so that we can.
It needs to go in. There you go.
Is that getting better?
Oh, I think so.
It just came out.
Okay, guys. So we're test fitting this first passenger side frame brace, and it's not fitting great. These are precision welded on a fixture that really, there's no way it can be welded wrong, and it was built off of a really nice frame originally. But these 60-year-old cars could be wrecked, bent, tweaked, who knows what. We're gonna have to do some trimming on the control arm mount, and this rear tube needs a little bit taken off of it. We're gonna do some trimming and follow along, and we'll see if we can fit this up. Any better?
Fits better back here, but we still have that gap there.
Yeah, we do. Well, it's certainly a lot better.
Yeah, much better. Might need to take a little off of that side.
Probably should have cut that straight. Huh?
Yeah.
That's low. What's going on there?
10 3/4.
Sorry.
So how does that look level-wise? Yeah, so we're 1 degree, and this was 1 degree.
Check that. We're gonna do some more trimming.
How's it look?
A lot better back here.
I think this looks better too.
It does. That's it.
You're hitting hard on the pipe.
I'm hitting hard on the pipe. I'm probably about a 1/4 inch off of that. Needs to come
But
off.
this fits really
It
good.
does fit really good.
Do
Why
you
don't
want
you set the cross member in there right now?
Okay.
Well, that thing's slotted both ways.
Yeah.
We got miles. That's not an issue.
That's not going to be an issue at all.
That actually fits really nice.
When we go to tack it, we could just hold it down a little bit. I think that would be a little better. So we're going to make sure that we're same height on both sides here.
About 2 3/4. That's about 2 3/4.
Well, we'll check the front side now. 2 3/4, 3/4. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, so these frames aren't going to be perfect. As you've seen, we've done some trimming of the frame brace kit itself, but now we're actually going to pull some of the gaps together with C-clamps to get it to fit a little bit better.
So what we've been doing is we've been measuring all the holes, and this side of this frame is about 3/8 of an inch longer than this side of the frame.
You got to work with what you
got to
have.
work with what we got. Yep.
I think it's pretty good.
I do too.
Do you want to do one more dry fit of that rear cross member?
That actually fits really well.
Looks good from my angle. Okay, let's put some tacks on this thing.
Okay, so what we've been doing, we've been fitting these two frame braces for a good while now. We've got our frame pulled in for a 53-inch center to center. These are level. We've discovered that the frame is longer on one side than the other. We actually had to trim both of these rear struts.
Yep.
And we trimmed this strut on this side to pull that in on the front. It looks pretty nice. It's fitting pretty good. It's level across the cross member there. So we're gonna tack this thing together and see what it looks like.
Okay, so we've tack welded each side of the frame brace kit into the frame. Now we're gonna go and test fit the rear cross member here before we weld it in. Okay.
And that's supposed to be level.
Across the top, huh?
Across the top with the frame. Look at that.
Wow. So there's radiuses in each side of this rear cross member. You just fit them up to the tube, and then the top of this rear cross member fits nicely on the top of the tube there. And then you want to place a level over the top, and it should be right in line with the top of your frame or your body mount washers there. So I say that's good to weld in. What do you think?
I'd say tack it. Yep.
Okay, do we want to test fitment of the bolt-in cross member?
Sure.
Looks like it fits pretty well.
It does. And the beauty thing about this, it'll go back and forth.
Yeah,
it's reversible too. So
pretty much fits any transmission you want to put in this thing.
Yeah, you can put 6L80s, 4L80s, T56s, anything you want in these cars with this setup. Wow. Okay, so we got to final weld it.
All right, then we'll burn it in and it'll be ready to go.
Okay guys, we've been welding the better part of the day, finishing this up. Spent most of the morning fitting these frame braces. What we learned is a lot of these marketplace frames need some tweaking and bending, and there's dents and bows and stuff that you probably need to address before you start trying to fit this thing up. My advice, if you're going to install this kit, is spend a lot of time fitting the frame braces first, or the boxing, or the side box pieces. Spend a lot of time fitting that. Probably sandblast the frame if it's a nice car. You know, sandblast it and then put your kit in and send it out for powder coating or whatever. Final steps on the kit. We include these repair washers. Somebody's already welded repair washers into this frame, so we didn't show that, but we do include these little bushings or repair washers to weld in. You get 10 for the big ones and 2 little ones for the core support. And then also, once your body's back on the car, these tabs are welded in. This bolts into the frame or the seat cross member or the floor support that's under the front seat or in the middle of the back seat. And you just put a bolt or a sheet metal screw, and that'll tie your body a little tighter to the frame. So turned out pretty decent. I would recommend hiring a professional welder if you know really want a nice result. We are not professional welders, so we're backyard welders.
We did our best.
And we did our best. So you get an idea of it can be installed at home if you got a decent welder and some willpower. Okay, that wraps up the installation of our Summit 770-800. We also have a 770-830, which is a 64 to 67A body kit. It installs basically the same way, a few different dimensions in the rear of the kit. We've got all these in stock at Summit Racing. So, all right, so check the description for part numbers. Head on over to Summit Racing and check them out.